Hello, my name is Tony Beers, and this is Movie Grades.
And just like the movies, we play out our last scene.
Hey everybody, Tony Beers here again, and we're doing a little bit something different this time, doing my movie grades, and we just saw the movie Gibsonburg. It's filmed here locally, and another thing that's different, we got my buddy Jay here. This is his first time doing our videos, and we got Robin, of course, back again for doing. But this will be like a tag team review, I guess we can call it.
And you're in the middle.
And I'm in the middle. So we saw this movie Gibsonburg, which Robin probably knows the story best. Why don't you tell the plot of the movie?
Okay, Gibsonburg centers around the Gibsonburg Golden Bears 2005 baseball team. Their regular season was really terrible. They only won 6 games and lost 17, and a whole bunch of them losses came from the mercy rule, 10 runs or more. Anyway, once they got to the state sectional playoffs, well then they turned things around and became Cinderellas.
Being Hollywood, they threw a little bit in. There's this love story, of course, in there. And we don't know if it's true or not, but of course, these guys, I'm sure that some of them have girlfriends. And there's a subplot about what would you call it? Magic coin, I guess, or a good luck coin. We'll say.
I would say $20 million.
Yeah. That I don't think was ever that was part of the plot, but not in real life.
Yeah, that was.
Well, we don't know. I mean, maybe one of the guys had to. What you guys think of the movie? Let's start with Robin here. Since he's experienced here.
Since I'm experienced.
Since he's our technical advisor. I don't know, what would you call it?
Well, he's the most accurate about Gibsonburg because his family's from there. So.
Yeah, a lot of families from Gibsonburg. The main character Gruner. I know I'm related to Gruners. However, they have getting up at 4:30 in the morning and going to Ideal Bakery, which is a true place in Gibsonburg, but the Gruners do not own it, nor is the store $89,000 in the debt like it says in the movie.
Yeah, that I don't see that happening in a small town of Gibsonburg. I mean, $89,000. I mean, what are they selling to Whirlpool just giving away free donuts? I mean.
Do they owe money to the mob or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of $89,000. That's a lot of money for around this area for being in debt. I mean, I just don't see how.
And of course, most of us know how good Ideal Bakery really is.
Their pastries are excellent. I mean, well, there's 2 here in Fremont, like you said.
They've opened up 2. That opened up after the movie. Yeah. So how could they go from $89,000 in the hole to putting in 2 stores in Fremont?
Well, it's like Tony said, it was those magic coins.
Magic coins that they put back underneath the store.
Yeah.
Sorry for the spoiler.
Just talk about that scene when he found the coins. It kind of reminded me. It's iconic. I should say ironic. I got the Goonies shirt on. When he pulls the rock out, and then what flies out? A bunch of bats. Just like in Goonies, like, God put that rock there for a reason. And that was the whole thing I was thinking when it happened, I mean, I don't know, was it just me? Because I'm like, as he pulls the rock out, it's like, it's like...
I saw that, and they played, and we all saw it, duh. But, I mean, he was down underneath the store, and they had that bad taste of music playing there, like, okay, what's going to happen to him?
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
It was like a Scooby-Doo mystery song.
There you go.
Exactly.
Like I was waiting for Scooby-Doo to come up and go, "What roll, Reggie?" Something like that. But no, I mean, I gotta agree with you on that. I mean, it's just $89,000 in debt. That's, I mean, I can see him saying like 5,000 maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, to overzealous that is just beyond me. 89,000. Wow, I don't know. I don't know if I can figure. I mean, like I said, I've never read the novel, but I mean, it'd be interesting to go back to the novel and see exactly what the real story is behind that. You know.
Right, and it's not even Gruner's that own it. I mean, right before we started filming, I had to ask my grandmother on the phone for some accuracy, so we had the truth behind us. And Shells have had it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
what? You know, there's a scene in the movie where Gibsonburg plays St. Joe, Fremont St. Joe,
hometown team here.
and that that's our hometown, and they couldn't even get the name of the team right, or the colors. I don't think even was
The
right.
colors were close. They were red and gray, or silver or whatever.
They were maroon, gray, maroon, silver.
Yeah.
But coming from Fremont St. Joe.
Yeah, St. Joe alumnus right there.
You have crimson, red, and gray. We are the Crimson Streaks, not the Eagles. Eagles belong to Eastwood.
Yeah, you're right. That's absolutely right. I don't know. They're talking about like the Fremont Eagles club that I go to. I mean, maybe
I don't know.
Who knows? But
let's get a little bit more accurate.
well, maybe the only thing I could think of with that is I know there is a Fremont Eagles field here. Maybe when they were doing the research, maybe that came up and they're like, oh, we'll just call them the Eagles because there's an Eagles field there, blah, blah, blah. And maybe possibly St. Joe wanted some,
Exactly.
some moolah. And,
we don't know that, and I certainly, I certainly don't think that, even though they're Catholics and religious group and maybe wanting money. Let's not divulge too much.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But no, I'm just... Maybe that's why. Who knows? Nobody's really going to know the reason. So
yeah, I mean, is any movie 100% accurate?
No.
I mean, that's just one thing in Hollywood. They always change things around.
Mm-hmm.
And of course,
so it's not a big deal to me. I mean, but you were leaving over every second. Hey, that's not right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not right.
I've seen him leaning over to you a lot. Like, what's he talking about over there?
What can I say?
But you were pointing out the things that they did get right, though, too. So,
I mean, I'll be honest with you. It was nice to hear Fremont St. Joe mentioned.
Yeah.
I mean, us being from this town, they got. I'm pretty sure that it was accurate that St. Joe beat the crap out of them a lot in baseball because St. Joe has a really great baseball program. They always have. I mean, that was nice of them to get Ideal Bakery in there, which is an iconic place in Gibsonburg.
And a lot of scenes were from inside Ideal Bakery.
Like I said, I made a joke about, hey, look, there's the 600 sign. I mean, it was good to see that in there too. Being from the area.
They referenced a mechanic that worked on State Street.
Yeah, here in Fremont.
They shot outside Kerwin's supermarket, which is Gibsonburg's big supermarket.
Yeah, which is also an iconic place area. It's been there a long time. So, I mean, I do like that aspect of it. I mean, that part was accurate.
They definitely shot a lot around Gibsonburg High School and interior scenes inside the school. They used the baseball field, and you could see that too.
That was really nice. For anybody who watches this video of ours that watches the movie and sees like the baseball field with trees in the back, that is pretty true about being around here. I'll be honest with you. Because a lot of people don't understand like living here in the Midwest. That's what we got is like corn and trees.
Yes, exactly.
So
they got that right. Like the scenery and stuff like that, which living in Fremont and in the Midwest in Ohio, looking at it every day, it gets kind of boring. See, like you said, corn and stuff like that. I think that's one thing that this movie excelled at is the cinematography. The way they filmed it made it look really beautiful. And
yes, they did.
And like I said, looking at it every day, you don't see how beautiful it can be. And just by having like a quality of cinematographers film it the way they did, it kind of makes you appreciate the natural beauty of Ohio countryside.
Going off what you were saying about the scenery, that one scene where him and her, or like where they have that fire and everything, it's just him and her. That's that quarry in Gibsonburg.
Yes.
And it is beautiful there. I mean, there's cliffs and everything. That was a very good spot they chose. I mean, I agree with Tony on that. The cinematography on that was great. But, I mean, that spot was perfect. I mean, since they were getting into the love story and everything.
Right.
That's a perfect spot to take a girl. You know, that was nice to see that. And, like I said, the other spots, the Ideal Bakery, and you said Kerwin's Market, and, you know, getting back into that a little bit, me and Robin were talking off camera. Being from a small town like we are, I wish they would have got a little bit more into the small town elements of it, like we were talking about.
I would have loved to have seen residents, whether it be in the Ideal Bakery or a couple scenes at Hoy's again, which is a bar in Gibsonburg, or Kate Nell's, which is another bar there,
Gibsonburg.
or somewhere just having like people from the community. Just, can you believe they actually won another one?
Or like I said, doing the news thing like during when they were going on that run, because they didn't have it till the end of the movie, which made no sense to me.
Yeah.
Why weren't they getting coverage when it was going on? You know, like during the movie, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they were getting coverage when it was going on because, you know, we saw the news clippings and stuff at the end. But it would have been fine, you know, it would have been so much better. Like, can you believe this Gibsonburg team? Like, you know, you have Channel 11 come up there and talk about
Cummings.
them.
Dan Cummings is a staple.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I just think it would have been so much better if you would have got that element into it, and you would have got a better sense of like, man, this town is behind this team, even though they were so terrible. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm getting at? I mean, I just think that would have been a little bit better as far as making the movie a little bit more interesting and better. Not that the movie was totally bad. I don't think it was totally bad, but I think those aspects would have made it a little bit better.
Yeah, they never, like, whenever they showed, like, shots of the crowd, I mean, they showed maybe 20 people at most.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what you want to, like, in a sports movie, you want to see the reaction of the crowd, of the hometown people, you know, cheering on their team, and didn't really have that in this movie.
It could have had like a little group for one game, and then it just keep growing.
Building as they won. That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, for them. You know, and another thing that bothered me too is like, okay, the game before they played the championship game, there was hardly anybody in the stands. Like he said, I mean, it was like they're playing in Columbus, Ohio, the biggest city in our state, where the Buckeyes play at Huntington Center or wherever. I'm assuming that's where the Ohio State Buckeyes play. Where were all the people for a semifinal game? There was what? It looked like maybe there was 200 people there.
We have a cable channel here, Sports Time Ohio. They cover all the Ohio high school athletic sports championships.
Do a good job too.
Yes, they do. And you could see the crowds for all the games.
Yeah.
That was disappointing. And the only thing that I have to follow up on, or we have to follow up on, I don't think the championship game was in Columbus. I think they played down in Dayton.
Was it in Dayton?
I'm thinking of that because I know some of my family went to the championship game.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, you would have a better aspect of that than me, because I have no idea. I mean, like I said, when I seen this movie was coming out, I heard about them winning it in 2005, and I was like, oh, that's cool, area team won. I didn't know any of this story behind it, and you know, but you know, it'd be nice to know if that is accurate or not. If they did play in Dayton instead of Columbus, I mean, you figure a movie company would have got that right too.
Right.
You know, I mean, do your research. It's easy to find online.
Well,
you know.
Columbus, of course, is the state capital.
Well, yeah, and it's the biggest city we got. You know, which, you know, I mean, I can see why they pinpointed that.
Yeah.
Maybe they got a deal to say Columbus. Who knows? I mean,
It
you never know. But,
you know, well, that goes back to what I was saying. You know, Hollywood, you know, they fudge the little things, but I don't know. That stuff didn't bother me. You know.
The other thing that really bothered me was the fact of They had 80s comedian Judy Tenuta
Yeah.
playing the
Yeah,
St.
that
Joe
was-
player's mom.
That was kind of. When she's doing the squeezed cheese, that's
yeah.
what I call it. And it's
Right.
all over and it just flies out and her son gave up a home run or whatever it was. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, are you serious? I mean, really? I mean, you couldn't have picked a better way to do that.
To purchase Gibsonburg on DVD, go to gibsonburgstore.acceleratemedia.com. A link is in the description. Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.